Hello, beautiful butterflies. Welcome to this week's Flying Higher moment. We are in the midst of the holidays right now, which can be a stressful and emotionally painful time for many people for many reasons. The holidays bring up a lot of stuff for us, don't they? Both good and bad. I've done a lot of writing and podcasting about the holidays in the past, and I will put a link to those things in the show notes for you. But today, I want to give you a little idea that I offered one of our Kaleidoscope butterflies this past week in our private forum, and I'm hoping that it might make your holiday season different than what you're anticipating right now, in a good way. So this butterfly has already done a lot of internal work in her life and made some tremendous progress. And one of the tools that she has become skilled at using for her own self-development is a cognitive behavioral therapy tool that I teach in my program. And she used this tool to examine a belief she was struggling with that was creating a lot of distress for her here at the beginning of this holiday season. So while putting up her Christmas tree, her brain began to ruminate on all of the things that she has lost over the years and on all of the things that she always dreamed of having, but never had. Her prevailing thought, as a result, was, Christmas isn't fun anymore. And she wrote this. And by the way, when I share things from the Kaleidoscope, I change a few little things. I will take out any references to their family, whether they have daughters or sons. I'll take out other things too. I'll change things a little bit just so that nobody knows. This could be absolutely anybody. This could be me. Okay, so here's what she wrote. I know all you women understand. We women do the bulk of Christmas magic creation. We decorate, we plan, we cook, we choose gifts, and we wrap. We do it all. And we love creating Christmas for our families. But once they grow up and it's just us, creating Christmas just seems like too much work for little reward. No one is going to create Christmas magic for me. If I want any of it, I have to do all the work and emotional heavy lifting to get it. And I feel guilty for pouting, for not trying, for letting those ornaments sit in that box. All right, one of the things we talk about in the Kaleidoscope is how our thoughts or our beliefs create feelings and emotions in our bodies. So notice the feeling she has? Guilt. And where is her guilt coming from? Well, guilt will always flood our bodies when we have violated our moral code, whatever that moral code is. People have different moral codes, so what makes one person feel guilty is not going to make another person feel guilty. But did you catch what her moral code was in what she wrote? She said, I feel guilty for pouting, for not trying, for letting those ornaments sit in that box. So she just told us that her moral code is that she should not pout, that she shouldn't give up. She needs to keep trying. She needs to get those ornaments out and make that Christmas magic. And Christmas is no fun anymore, she believes, because she has given up on creating that Christmas magic. That's her job. Her job is to create Christmas magic, and she is a bad girl if she doesn't do that. So she feels guilty because she has violated her moral code, which, by the way, our moral codes are things that we have control. We get to decide what our moral code is. All right? I'm not talking about God's moral code. I promise you, the Bible doesn't say that women have to create Christmas magic for their families. That is not in the Bible. All right, so she feels guilty. The thing is our emotions and our feelings drive everything we do. They drive how we show up for our lives. So she noticed that when she feels guilty, she wrote this, I don't put up my tree. I doom scroll on my phone. I buy things I don't need. I sip warm honeyed bourbon. That sounds good. I bake sweets and eat too much of them. I don't get outside and ride my bicycle. I scowl at the Christmassy decor. So what is the result she's creating for herself when she does all of these things? She wrote it down. She said, the result for my life is that Christmas is no fun. So she believes that Christmas is no fun, and then she ends up feeling this guilt, and then she ends up doing all of these things that make Christmas no fun, which is what we do. That's what our brains do. Our brains will always make sure that they find evidence for what we believe. Now, here's what else she wrote, though, which I think we can all raise our hands and go, oh my gosh, I can so relate to this. She wrote, the thing is, I know what my answer is. I know what the remedy is. It's to get up and get busy creating Christmas magic and stop whining. That is my programming. Nobody wants to hear about your pain. Stop complaining. If you want to be happy and you're not, it's your own fault. I've tried Christmas both ways. High forced energy, which leaves me dissatisfied and disappointed, and low energy relaxed, which leaves me dissatisfied and disappointed. It is said that if you want Christmas joy, then get out and do for others. But I spend my life doing for others. I'm sick of trying to create Christmas magic, and yet, sigh, I want to have it just the same. It's a pothole I've fallen into. Now, the beautiful thing about our private Kaleidoscope community is that so many women reached out and offered some Christmas magic to this butterfly. They shared all kinds of lovely golden jewels. There was no bossy pants advice, just, I think, magic. It was delightful to see. But I asked her, tell me, what is Christmas magic? Because sometimes our brain offers us a general idea, and unless we really dig into it, we don't even really know what our brain is thinking. What does our brain mean by some of the things that it comes up with? I wanted her to define Christmas magic, not just from her non-conscious mind, which just came up with this idea, but I wanted her to bring her definition, her unconscious definition, to her conscious awareness. So I asked her this question. I want her to think about this. And here's what she wrote. To me, it's a beautifully exciting build-up to Christmas Day, culminating with gifts and family coming together to celebrate. Christmas was always a huge all-day and evening party at a relative's house. And now that this relative is gone, the family doesn't get together anymore. Everyone has their own plans now and seems to like it that way. My own kids won't be coming home for Christmas this year either. My husband wouldn't do anything for Christmas if he had his way, so it's just me, trying to find something magical that speaks peace and wonder to my soul. I think that all makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And I think we can all relate to this definition of Christmas magic. So here's what my response was, and I hope that this idea will help some of you who are really resonating with this issue. I wrote, there is a familiar story here about what Christmas magic has been to you in the past. But there are billions of stories of Christmas magic that have nothing to do with gifts, dinner, the whole family getting together, or any of those things. In fact, some of the most magical stories have none of those things. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking of during World War II, when they halted their fighting, the two sides stopped shooting in order to sing Christmas carols. Here, these men were lonely, scared, cold, and probably going to die the next day. But that was some serious Christmas magic. Another one that comes to mind is when a baby was born in a barn during a politically horrible time to poor parents. More Christmas magic. What if you don't need to make Christmas magic? What if Christmas magic just is? What if you only need to see it? What would have to happen in order for you to see Christmas magic? And she wrote this. This idea is intriguing, that Christmas magic is to be discovered and experienced, not made. My brain totally buys into this. Discovering Christmas magic feels warm and satisfying. Thank you. And since then, she has already shared some of that Christmas magic she's beginning to notice all around her, and she's motivated to find more of it as the days progress. Her brain was able to buy into this idea and create a huge internal shift in what she believes about what Christmas magic is and how it comes to us. And that new belief has changed how she feels in her body. And how she now feels in her body is causing her to notice things and show up for her life in ways that she might not have otherwise. I really believe that she's going to have one of the most magical Christmases of her life this year. And the amazing thing is that her circumstances never even had to change in order for her to experience a transcendent type of Christmas magic. And maybe that's what real Christmas magic has always been about all along. If you are a Christian woman in an emotionally or spiritually abusive relationship, family of origin, or religious community, and you would love to dig into your own magical metamorphosis with me and hundreds of other beautiful butterflies, join us inside our little world called the Kaleidoscope. You can learn more at joinflyingfree.com. And if you are a Christian woman who has either already gone through Flying Free, or maybe an equivalent type of program, or maybe you're divorced and you're ready to focus on your future, or maybe you're a people helper and you're ready to fly higher and you want to participate in my live mentorship group in 2025, check out joinflyinghigher.com. In January, in this particular group, we are going to create a personal metamorphosis plan for 2025 in my Wings to Soar live workshop. More details are forthcoming. Until next time, beautiful butterfly, fly free.